You're watching Community Close-Up with Jay Dow.
In recognition of International Survivors of Suicide Loss Day later this month, Julie Millay profiles an organization putting in the hard work to help police officers suffering from trauma before it's too late.
I'm so proud. I always loved to put this picture of him.
Marianne McGinnis remembers the day her husband Peter was promoted to police sergeant. She brought her baby son to the ceremony.
He wasn't even a year old yet, and I wanted to surprise my husband. I made that little uniform up for my son, and we had the little shield and everything for him, and I brought him to the ceremony, and they took pictures, him and my husband.
It's a memory and a photo she'll cherish forever.
I still take it with me everywhere. It's just great. And now, my son, look at him, he's actually a police officer.
The photos are even more important to her now. McGinnis had no way of knowing at the time that in just a few short years, her family would suffer a tragedy of the worst kind. Her husband, Sergeant Peter McGinnis, took his own life.
I miss him every day. My kids miss him every day.
Peter McGinnis had gotten hurt on the job. While he could recover physically, it was his mental struggle which ultimately led him to make an irreversible decision, one that impacted his young family for the rest of their lives.
My kids were 1, 4, and 6 years old, and I remember every single day raising them, what a family feels like.
Forced to live the other side of suicide firsthand, Marianne McGinnis has made it her mission to make sure no other family has to. It's why you see her here on a Saturday morning at a PAPA training session. PAPA stands for Police Organization Providing Peer Assistance.
In 93, 94, and 95, there were 28 suicides in the NYPD, and the city and everyone involved, the police commissioner, the city council, were up in arms.
In response to a suicide crisis hitting the city's finest, PAPA started simply as a hotline where officers could call and talk to other officers. But now it's grown into so much more. Co-founder William Foley.
We have something that's called a tactical response team. So when an officer is involved in a shooting, or there's a bad crime scene, or something horrific happens, we go to the scene.
There's also training sessions teaching suicide awareness to fellow officers and civilians. There's retreats, yoga sessions providing mental health support, and doing it in a way that works for the men and the women on the force.
The most important part about our organization is that we are separate from the police department.
The 200 peer officers of PAPA work alongside the NYPD, but not with the NYPD. Because they're an independent entity, those looking for mental health support get confidentiality.
There is no stigma attached, so he won't be sitting on his desk with his gun taken away.
I look in the mirror and I hated that reflection looking back at me.
Louis Yero credits PAPA with saving his life.
Cops are difficult to ask for help, right? Especially this type of help.
After years as a Brooklyn homicide detective, he was haunted by some of his toughest cases. So he drank. He says his family watched him self-destruct until an ultimatum from an unexpected person, his teenage son.
He got in my face, nose to nose, face to, I could feel his breath. And he told me that I needed to stop.
So Louis made a call to a friend and fellow officer.
He says, you're gonna get a phone call from Papa. You're gonna do everything they tell you to do.
So he did.
I did the work with the meetings. I did this for 6 whole months, you know, and then going back to work was weird.
Now, Louis Yero volunteers with PAPA, telling his story about how the organization transformed him physically and mentally. PAPA's clinician says this is the outcome the program strives for.
We take a cop off the street. We do very intensive work with them to kind of build a framework for them to go back to work.
And while the organization was started to stop suicide, they aim to provide mental health support of any kind to anyone who can use it.
Having so many peer support in the field, being able to just educate a cop about what mental health is, what anxiety may feel like, what depression may feel like, because they might not know what those things actually are named.
PAPA director Thomas Hovigem says cops are facing more stress than ever before.
Cops out in the streets now are really being scrutinized. The patience that the NYPD has, the uniformed cop has on the street to stand there and take it, eventually will wear on them. And we are here when that happens.
For Community Close-Up, I'm Julie Millay, Pix 11 News.